The Family SOS Healthy Beez project is a social enterprise project for youth to engage the community as a whole by developing, maintaining, and successfully harvesting honey from beehives. Really about building that self-confidence, the life skills, and giving them the opportunity to explore entrepreneurship.
I didn't know we'd actually go to the real workplace.
Do you mind sharing what it is that you guys are doing?
We're raising bees and making honey and selling bee stuff like honey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to sell these.
Yeah.
Would you like to buy one?
What's your price?
I was thinking like $5.
Well, $5 is an interesting price. What about $4?
That would be good too.
We got a deal. Okay. Thanks.
Danny Graham bought it, which was kind of funny.
We made $4 out of it.
I want to make sure that you're in business and that this is a fair sale. Because that's what people are looking for, is a good exchange, that the person who buys it gets something out of it and the person who receives it gets something out of it.
I learned that you have to have a reason for selling it, have a reason for people to buy it, and have it at a good price.
What is it you guys want to know about business? Go ahead.
How to sell stuff without just being like, hey dude, you want some honey? I'll sell you honey.
I can definitely guarantee if you go up to someone and say, hey dude, do you want some honey? I'll sell you some honey. They probably won't buy it. Really start with a good name and then a logo, then your merch. Who else has ideas about a name? I think your pop's gone.
From Fred, we learned that brands and logos were important. The first thing you want to know is about the name and logo. Well, we can't just sell unmarked jars of honey at a lemonade stand or something, or just randomly sell bee charms. They have to know that we exist as a group.
Is this the actual head of the table?
That's usually where I sit, but I'm happy to take a break and sit down here.
So there's just the head of the table.
That's right.
Got it.
My favorite saying is, inch by inch, life is a cinch, and mile by mile, life is a trial. And so really what that means is if you try to bite off more than you can chew, you try to think about, weeks and months ahead, it can get overwhelming.
I learned from Dad it's important to stay focused on simple things.
Taking goals one step at a time instead of just rushing into it.
Have you guys written a plan down? A really simple plan? The most important thing in your business is hard work and paying attention to your business plan and having a plan in place and following that plan.
Maurice told us that we needed a plan, because if you don't have a plan, we're not going to get nowhere.
You can keep referring back to it to make sure that you're following it, because if you don't have a plan, then it might just get chaotic.
Part of being in business, you have a responsibility not only to your employees, but also to your community. In anything, knowledge is power. So the more you know about something, the better you're going to be at it.
Mickey inspired me to learn everything I can about the business of honey.
If you don't know your product really well, not a lot of people will want to buy your stuff.
Because the more you know about it, the more you can educate people. When we went into the gym, it was actually a surprise. We met Mickey's brother, Colin, and he runs the Clearwater company with the creepy lobsters.
I picked up the first load of lobsters for Clearwater and I got fired. You fired?
I did, twice.
I fired twice, yeah.
We still talk.
You guys were in the retail store, were you?
When we were there, I got to touch a lobster. That was so cool.
It was great to see the youth and these business leaders from very different walks of life, very different times in their lives, kind of coming together and having a common bond through entrepreneurship, but also through community as well. It's not so much the business. It's not so much selling, it's not so much the end product, it's about the journey. And while the Beez are an excellent vessel, they're really not the focus. The focus is on the youth themselves, but the Beez are a good analogy for how the youth need to fit into their community, recognizing their roles, identifying their strengths, being able to work as a team to achieve a common goal.